Hello guys, in today's video we're going to learn about top. Top is an alternative for limit if you're using a Postgres, but if you're using a Microsoft SQL, you use top to reduce the data set you want to view. So without further ado, let's get started. The top statement in SQL is used to retrieve a specific number or percentage of rows from a result set. It is particularly useful when dealing with large data sets where you only need these first few records, like showing the top performing employees, highest grossing product, or best-selling books. By combining top with order by, you can control which rows appear at the top based on your sorting criteria. So without further ado, let's create a table of employee in a fictional company called TechCo. So first, let's go to my VS Code to copy the table, employee table that I want to create. So copy and paste. But before we do that, let me check my database. If I have any table that's called employees, let me drop it. Drop table, employee. So that it will not contradict the lecture we are having today. So I've dropped the table. I already have an employee. So now let's create our table. Let me highlight and execute. So we have successfully created our table. So now let's populate our data. Let's populate the employee table we just created. So let me go back to my VS Code and copy the data sets. So copy. So let me paste it. Let's run this table. So we are inserting. Let's populate this table with this data set. So highlight and execute. So we have inserted 15 rows into our data set. Let's learn about the top statement. In this example, we're going to be retrieving the 5 employee by performance rating. So let's write our query. Let me comment on it first. So we're going to retrieve the top 5 employees with the highest performance rating, with the highest performance ratings. So now let's write our query. So we're going to do select top 5. We're going to use name. Before that, let's see the whole data set in our table employee. So let's select. So we can see that we have employee ID, name, department, hire date, and performance rating. So we're looking for the top 5 employees with the highest performance rating. You're going to select top 5, name, and performance rating from employee. So you're going to use order by performance rating, and we're going to use descending order, that is from highest to lowest. So let's highlight and execute. So the top 5 employee with the highest performance rating are these 5 people: Oscar Violet, Charlie Brown, Laura Sliver, Hannah Blue, and Fiona White. So these are the 5 top performance rating in our table, in the TechCo employee table we just created. The next example that we are going to do is we're going to be looking for the top 3 newest hire based on their hiring date. So you're going to so let me just comment, retrieve the top 3 newest hire based on their hire date. So let's write our query. So we're going to use select top 3. So we're going to do names. We're going to do hire dates from employee, from our employees table, order by, use capital letter, order by hire dates. So descending. So let me highlight the query, highlight and execute. So we can see the top 3 newest hire based on their hire date. We can see that it's Oscar Violet, Fiona White, and Laura Silver. This is it. So Let's use percent. You can use percentage on top too. So let's explore the example. So the next task you're going to do, you're going to retrieve, let me comment, you're going to retrieve the top 10% of employees based on their performance rating. So select top 10% name performance rating from employees. So you're going to order by performance rating in descending order. So let's run our query. So let's highlight and execute. So you can see the 10% of employee based on their performance rating are just two, which are Oscar Violet and Charlie Brown. The order by performance in descending order ensure that the highest performer are at the top, and the top 10% retrieve the top 10% of rows from the result set. In summary of this lecture, the top statement is your best friend when you need just a few rows from the large data set. Combined with order by, it becomes a powerful tool for organizing and retrieving the most relevant data. So this is the end of the video. You've learned about top, and you also know that top is an alternative to limit in Postgres SQL. But if you're using Microsoft SQL as you're using now, you will know that top works like limit too. So I just want you to know the difference, just in case you're using a different database like Postgres SQL compared to the Microsoft SQL we are using for this project. So you just need to know the limits, and limits also work in some data warehouses like Redshift, AWS Athena, and stuffs like that. So thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so to subscribe. It helps me to do more content like this. I want to do series of SQL basics for people that want to learn SQL. So in my subsequent video, I will build a big project that you will learn and be able to become a data engineer. So thank you for watching and keep learning.